Welcome to Riverbend Talent on WBGZ. Brought to you by the Halpin Music Company.
It's a Thursday night in the Riverbend. That means a sea shanty sing-along already underway down at Morrison's Irish Pub, and it means Riverbend Talent on the air, brought to you by the Halpin Music Company, by Mr. Matt Van Voorhis of Macias Insurance, and brought to you by the Mill Events down in Granite City, where you just heard they're going to have a biker hypnotist comedian. So he's going to hypnotize bikers, and he's going to be funny. That's taking place down at the Mill this weekend. The Vibe is playing the night market tonight from 7 until 10 right here in downtown Alton. We got the open mic later tonight at the Conservatory with Scott Miller. Lunatics at Fast Eddie's from 6 until 10. We have the American Jackals from 7 to 9 at Johnson's Corner in Alton. We got open mic tonight at the Full Moon Lounge in Godfrey, 7 o'clock, Blues Jam. Common Ground playing the Pump House from 7 until 10. Jack's Dion up at George's Pub and Grill in Jerseyville from 6 to 9. We got Trilogy at Grafton's Music in the Park, 7 to 9. Money Shot playing 6 to 9. Rain or shine at Wiggler's and Holiday Shore in Edwardsville. Should be good for weather tonight. Jamie on Keys, 6 to 9 at Sneaky's Burgers in Edwardsville. Cherry and Grant going to be at Big Daddy's around the corner from 6 to 9 in Edwardsville. Silver Creek, 7 to 10 at the Staggering Again in Edwardsville. Carrie Lee, 7 to 10 at the Cabin at Judy Creek and Glen Carbon. And we have Tyler Hammond, 7 to 11 at Hooch's in 16 in Granite City tonight. Boots and Harmony, 5:30 to 8:30 at the Prairie Inn in Dorsey. And taking place up in Highland tonight, the Madison County Fair, where they have a combine demolition with our own Doug Jenkins doing the play-by-play at 7 o'clock at the arena. Also, the Feudin' Hillbillies, 8 o'clock at the main pavilion at the Madison County Fair in Highland. All right, tonight on Riverbend Talent, we have our very own video producer, Lydia. Hello.
Hi.
Hello, Lydia.
Hello, Dennis.
It's weird talking to you now that we've worked together for a while. And watch you grow. Leah, I worked with you too.
Yes, sir.
Leah is here as well.
Yes,
And we have Leah's mom.
Leah's mom.
Emmy Lou.
This is Emmy Lou.
Hi, Emmy Lou.
Okay, so who's going to take over between Lydia and Leah as to get this thing rolling? Because I know, Leah, you did news here.
Well, yeah, I did news, but Lydia is a Copeland herself. She is Pig Jr.
That's right.
Oh, that's really offensive.
I wanted to call her Piglet.
Oh!
Piglet Pen.
Never heard that one before.
Piglet Pen.
Yeah, I've been called that.
Okay.
Been called a lot worse.
Right.
So.
And why are you guys here and what's going on?
Foodstock 2026.
Foodstock 2026. What is Foodstock 2026?
Go ahead.
They're looking to mom.
Okay.
Foodstock 2026 is an excellent event and opportunity for anybody that wants to give back to the community to join in on a great cause and have a great time. We're calling it a live music food drive. We'll have live music all day, starting at 2, running all the way till 8, and then even afterwards we'll be having an after party inside the Cottage Hills VFW, located at 121 South William Street in Cottage Hills, Illinois. Beautiful outdoor venue. We've had this event many years there in the past. All proceeds benefit the Community Hope Center and the Oasis Shelter for Women, two great local organizations here that we have supported for many years. What we're asking is guests to bring canned goods, non-perishable goods, household items such as laundry detergent, toilet paper, toiletries, shampoo, and such. Those will be split, and the non-perishables primarily go to the Community Hope Center, and the household items and toiletries go to the Oasis Shelter for Women. We then, with our profits, split it up and cut a check to both organizations and let them do the great work that they're so good at doing. We charge $5 to enter at the gate. That's fun for all day and all ages. This year we went a little heavy on the fun stuff for the kids because the kids are managing it this year. My daughter Leah led the crew this year and has organized this wonderful party for us. We will have a 19-foot water slide and a blow-up obstacle course from 2 to 7. We will have an incredible foam party from 3 to 4. We will be renewing our cakewalk, which was a huge success last time. Lots of goods donated from local businesses and home bakers. And the cakewalks will take place in between sets of our amazing music acts. One which you had mentioned earlier, The Vibe, will also be playing at Foodstock this weekend. All of our musical guests have volunteered and donated their time despite of being offered to be paid. They all refused and have joined in on this great community cause. We'll start out with a special guest. Our great friend H with Late for Work has arranged all of this for us, and Lydia's dad, Pigpen, has actually volunteered to run sound and manage all of the bands for us for this event. So we will have special guests start kicking us off, and then we will lead into James Tyler, Matt Meyer, Late for Work featuring Sheri McGuire. We will have Sarah Shewmake, and I believe friends. I believe she's bringing some special friends with her for that event. We're very excited about that. As we said earlier, The Vibe will also be playing. And then our headliner is Cabin Fever, who's played for us in the past at other food stocks. So we're very excited to have them back joining in on this incredible cause. Our friend H with Late for Work has also offered to have us an after party afterwards at the VFW, because oftentimes when we wrap this event up, all the great gals that put it on sit quietly in the bar sharing a beer and think, man, we should have saved one of those bands for us. So that's exactly what H is providing.
Year
for us
12,
this
and we
year.
finally did it.
That's right. Some of our gals and guys, we have some incredible volunteers. Some guys that I went to high school with volunteer. They come and set up on Friday night, and they smoke pork all night. It is the best pulled pork that you'll have. Come down and argue with me if I'm wrong. They also do pulled pork nachos, plain nachos, and what we like to call the stock dog, which is a lovely all-beef hot dog topped with pulled pork, coleslaw, and barbecue sauce. You can't beat it. The prices are great. And we will also have our festive and fun raffle baskets. Many local businesses and often individuals create these wonderful baskets for us to raffle off. We also have a lot of vendors participating this year, so that will be a lot of fun. And we'll have 50-50, a few Queen of Hearts boards, and lots of fun ways for you to contribute.
Cold hard cash.
Cold hard cash, yes. One of our gals that runs our raffle came up with a wonderful idea that she saw at another event where we take a bunch of cash and freeze it in a hard block, and you can buy tickets to win that ever so melting hard block of
Wet
cash.
money.
So we're very excited about that.
Will there be foam on the money?
If you'd like there to be.
Yeah, I'm interested in this phone party.
If you win it.
Yeah, the foam party was a big hit in the past. All ages. You would think that it may be just appealing to little kids, but we found 80-year-olds thrashing around amongst the foam, having the time of their life. So, if anything,
sounds like a medical emergency.
and it was. So we try to appeal to all ages. This is a family event. Feel free to bring your children and let them run amok, but don't be surprised if we put them to work if they run too much amok.
What?
That's what we've done with the children sitting next to me.
We like to take children in and make them work for us.
Yeah.
Interesting.
We're not promoting child labor, but we're participating in it.
And I, in fact, am promoting child labor. I'm very proud. I'm very proud of the two girls sitting next to me, as well as some of our other longtime members and their children that have really stepped up over the last couple years, and give us hope that maybe when we get to old and stressed out to handle this type of event, that maybe they're going to pick up the torch and run with it. So we're really proud of the work that these girls did this year.
And I want to point out to Leah, did you see how your mother picked up the torch and ran with it when you said,
She ran
"Here,
with it.
here, you just went, go ahead."
What else is she going to do?
Well, you're supposed to ask her some more in-depth questions. So what do you got for her now that she's went and did just an outstanding job of covering everything?
No, Dennis, Lydia is the Pigpen Jr.
Give it to me,
You're
girls. What do you
interviewing
got?
Who's interviewing who?
You.
I'm interviewing you.
Me, yeah.
I don't know.
You're interviewing.
Okay, so, I mean, she went in depth there. I'm real proud of her.
Perhaps you're curious on
See how she's doing?
the most important part of our event that I have not yet mentioned is our Foodstock Stack-Off. The winner of this wonderful event wins our Hopeful Heart Award, a trophy that
Big
has
trophy.
been won
Oh.
several years in a row now by the Riverbend Jeep Club. They will be participating. We also have the wonderful people of the Cottage Hills VFW are participating. They've all been working over the last several months collecting canned goods. They will bring them the day of the event and put them under a big tent that we hope to fill with food. When you, as a guest, come, you can pick any of our competitors' stack to add your stack to, or say that you just decide you want to compete with your own group and show up the day of. We'll give you a spot and a sign, and you can compete for that trophy as well. Also, the wonderful contributors at J&J Gaming will be competing in this year's competition, and we have high hopes. We have told the Community Hope Center to bring us 2 trucks, so please don't let us let them down. Come help us fill these 2 trucks.
Okay.
yeah.
Now I have a question. This is how you do
Shoot.
it, guys.
Okay.
What are you talking about when you're talking about this competition? What is the actual competition? I'm assuming we're stacking stuff.
Yeah, the competition itself is subjective up to the judges, which in the past we had deemed the bartenders of the VFW, but since they started participating, we usually just grab a member of a band and ask them to judge for us. The rules are pretty loose. Bring things that people need, new things, not expired things, non-perishable goods, household cleaning products, toiletries, toilet paper, laundry soap, anything.
Backpacks and school supplies are
Yes.
accepted also.
Please, new backpacks only. And all these wonderful things help the Community Hope Center and the Oasis Shelter for Women provide wonderful services to this community. In the past, I feel like maybe you don't understand who is in need of help. Maybe you've never understood struggle. Maybe you've had a great life and you don't know anybody that struggled. And I feel in the last couple years, we all know somebody that is struggling, or maybe have struggled ourselves for the first time in many years. It's your neighbors, it's your coworkers, it's your friends, it's your cousin. It might be yourself and you just don't want to say. Come check it out. We're also going to have resources there, informational booths for both organizations. The Community Hope Center will be there with some people providing information, and the Oasis Shelter for Women is providing us with some information, and we'll have somebody running that booth ourselves. If you don't know how to help, come show up, pay your $5, eat a hot dog, have a great day. It helps. Every little bit helps. If you want to help a whole lot, how do I help? I just heard about this. How do I help? We need raffle baskets. If you have some great product that you make or sell, or just want to put together a cute basket, we will take those up until the day of the event. You can drop those off at the bartenders at the Cottage Hills VFW. They'll be glad to take care of that for you. Bring some canned goods. You can't stay. You've got something going on that day. Run through Ruler Foods or Aldi's and spend $15, $20 and drop it off. We'll put it in a stack for you. I can't help. I can't contribute. I'm really broke. I need help myself. I get it. Please go to Facebook and visit our page at Foodstock NPF and FP.
NFP.
Thank you. See, that's what Leah's there
Foodstock
for.
Go,
NFP.
Leah.
Visit our page and share our posts. Click on invite a friend to our event, and invite your friends, invite your neighbors. This whole thing started because we were, how do we help? We were young. This has been going on.
Yeah, wait, I know. So, this started in the basement of our old house in Roxana. I was very little, and I don't even remember the first thing. My mom used to sell Scentsy warmers. She was a Scentsy gal, and all of her friends would come over, and she would have a Scentsy party, as you do in the late 2000s when you're a
Tupperware
mom.
party.
Yeah, she's a Tupperware mom. And you go ahead and tell them what you and your friends started doing.
Yep, we started. One of my friend's sons had decided one year that in lieu of birthday presents, he asked people to bring canned good donations. And we were so touched by his sentiment that we thought in our own weekend normal gatherings, why aren't we doing the same? So we tried it out, and we had a very good reception, and that's how it started. And then one of my very good friends, the late Andrea Davis, came to me and said, why aren't we doing this on a larger scale? So we started planning, and that's how Foodstock began. Just like anything, any new idea, you'll trip and you'll stumble and you'll fall. And as we found, the universe just seems to put the right people in the right place at the right time. And we have learned as we have went, and things have improved. We've made things a lot easier on ourselves, on the community, on the charities that we are helping. We've refined this to a very well-oiled machine, and by trial and error, we figured out that, yes, in fact, partying for a good cause does work.
That's nice. I love a good party.
Doesn't have to be hard, it just has to be fun.
Oh, yeah.
What is Scentsy?
You know the little
Warming pots
Yeah.
for candle wax.
yeah, the candle cubes that you
Wickless
get.
candles.
Okay.
Pyramid scheme.
I'll plug my friends that still sell it.
Do people? Yeah, I was about to say, people still sell Scentsy?
Yes, ma'am, since he is still alive and well.
So they're something that holds a candle.
It's
Yeah.
a wickless candle, so
It's
it's a pot,
wax
and then you
warmer.
warm your thing.
Well, yeah. Listen, overall, it's a scent product. They don't just sell the wax. Let's talk about that.
Let's talk about it.
Let's talk about it. They've got car warmers, or not car scent things.
Room sprays, etc.
Room sprays.
So-
Yeah, we still
Okay.
got room
They
sprays laying
fight
around.
stench off.
So it's not like
they
a
need.
candle you light because there's no wick.
No candles.
no,
that's
it's electric.
That's the only thing they don't have.
I got you. So Scentsy's the thing that the
It's
stuff
essentially
is inside.
yes, sure.
So, Scentsy should be sponsoring Foodstock. Is
And
what
I'm glad that
hearing.
since he had such an impact on Leah, thank you. Scentsy.
Well, they invented Foodstock.
More or less. I mean,
That's what I'm hearing.
So I'm curious that these original Scentsy parties which launched Foodstock, did you have a band there?
We did not. The bands did not come until later. The first year we gave it a shot with a DJ. I actually wasn't even at the first official Foodstock myself. My other daughter, Leah's older sister, was played traveling softball, and we were out of town for a tournament that first year. So my friend Andrea picked it up and ran with it all on her own and did a fantastic job. We made some great friends at that event. Some people that we met that were with a group called the Dream Catchers. They had a wonderful lady named Julie Freeman that's become a very close friend of mine over the years, and she contributed a lot of great ideas due to her membership of that club. She knew a lot about fundraising and poker runs and how to have fun for money and make it work, and Julie contributed a lot to us over the years and is still a very dear friend of mine, and I appreciate her stepping up. The VFW has bent over backwards for us over the years and also helped us evolve. Over the years, we've donated a lot of funds to them for club improvements, selfishly things that helped our event, such as upgrading their power and things outside. Last year, we had collaborated with the local Carpenter's Hall 664, and
Yeah.
they used their apprenticeship program for labor, and we provided materials, and they built us 10 brand new beautiful picnic tables
Oh,
that
wow.
now
Beautiful.
sit at the Cottage
They're
Hills
beautiful
VFW.
and they're very nice to sit in.
And they're there
So
for
you
you
have to-
guys to come sit at
Yes,
this weekend.
$5 to come sit in the very nice picnic tables.
That's a steal.
Also, that does happen to be all the seating that they have at the Cottage Hills VFW, so please bring your lawn chairs,
BYOC.
blankets.
BYOC, bring your own lawn chair.
Yeah.
BYOLC.
Yeah, bring your cot, your hammock,
ABCD.
whatever you feel like you need to bring. Feel free to bring it. Grandma wants to come and she can't take the sun. Bring
can bring
grandma
her
a tent.
couch.
Bring her a tent and a couch.
I would like to talk about the people that make Foodstock possible. Aside from our volunteers being our different leveled sponsorships, we have our diamond level sponsors, which include Ace Hardware donated all of our dunk tank. Go ahead.
There's
Sorry.
a dunk tank.
That would be True Value Hardware, St.
Oh,
Peter's Hardware.
goodness gracious.
Sorry. And I'm looking for my information here. And then we
I'm
also
unprepared.
have Go-To Storage in Bethalto to suit all of your storage needs. They're also currently running a 10 by 10 special. Call and ask them about that.
Wow.
Cool.
I would like to circle back to this dunk tank.
Yeah.
I was not aware there was a dunk tank.
Would you like to go in it?
Oh, I'm curious. You know, they once put Abby Lee Miller in a dunk tank, and I'd kind of feel like that if I was in a dunk tank. Just like
That's
this-
great that
a
you've
sea- a
asked,
big sea
Lydia.
creature.
Because we actually don't yet have a volunteer
Ooh.
schedule
Yeah, so-
for that dunk tank, so I'm going to jot you
I
down right here.
will volunteer.
Lydia will be in the dunk
You
tank.
guys can come dunk me. It'll be my first shower of 2026, as Dennis here knows.
Does that count
Dennis
as a
knows.
shower, though? Because we talked about swimming, and you're like, yeah, it's dirty water I swam in, so that don't count.
Yeah, well, I tend to swim in areas that give me brain-eating amoebas, but I can only assume, and you guys can confirm this dunk tank will be clean.
Well, we will dirty it just so that for the sake that you don't
Well,
have to shower.
It'll be dirty when I get in there. I can do the dirtying, really. Has there always been a dunk tank?
We did it one other year, and it was maybe too good of a time.
Oh, no.
So we
to say the least.
we did not do that again, but we've pushed. Foodstock is usually in the fall. Due to all the kids kind of aging out and going away to college, we decided that we would move it to midsummer so that we had the support of all of our kids. So the dunk tank is back. Again, our dunk tank and our tent that houses our lovely stack-off competition were both donated by the generous St. Peter's Hardware True Value Rental. And then our other top tier sponsor, like I said, was Go-To Storage in Bethalto. Fabulous family. The owner also comes and volunteers. He's one of the guys that comes and helps smoke the meat and helps run the food and keep that all running smooth for us. Our other wonderful sponsors include West Star Aviation, No BS Heating and Cooling, Gateway Regional Medical Center, D&D Homes Network, Steve and Mary Scroggins. Yes, you can sponsor us as an individual or household. We love you, Steve and Mary Scoggins. Then we also have the wonderful Prairie Inn Bar and Grill up in Prairie Town, Olmsted Contracting, Integrity Poolscapes, Runway Lounge, Riverbend Jeeps, who is our running champion of the Stack Off. Yes, we can be bought as well. We have Tycon Builders and the Granite City Terminal. If it wasn't for all of these wonderful contributors, we would not be able to fund these things and make this happen. This is one of the first years that we're going into the event ahead. So we've already covered all of our costs, and our kitty is already growing. So we appreciate you all. And we appreciate all the volunteers, past, present, and future. None of this would be possible without the people that dedicate their time. There's a lot that goes into this. It's more than just the day of. There's months and months and months of work that lead up to this, planning, logistics. So I just want to give everybody a big virtual hug, and I appreciate you all for sticking in there. And I know the closer we get, things get kind of crazy and we all feel frazzled, but it all always works out in the end. And one of the big magic moments that always gets me through is having a conversation with the 70-something-year-old man named Lester that volunteers for the Community Hope Center.
We love Lester.
And I call him to arrange the logistics of when he will deliver the trucks for us. And it's always at a time that I'm feeling very frazzled and defeated, and why am I doing this? And Lester always has the greatest messages of hope and inspiration and pure service. Lester is an incredible man and always sets me back on my feet when I get toppled, and is very, very gracious and thankful, and lets us know that this isn't not a big deal. It's huge. The contributions that Foodstock makes to the Community Hope Center and the Oasis Shelter for Women are very, very important, and it gets us through, and it makes us plan another year and keep going, because these organizations, although might receive some state funding and grants, they cannot operate without the contributions of the community. They both serve separate yet equal purposes, and I believe that our community is a better place for having both of those organizations in it. Shout out Lester, I love you. Thank you for always lighting my fire when I need it the most and getting me going. I'll
Truly.
see you this weekend, and we're going to fill them trucks.
Oh yeah, we are.
We love Lester.
How did you get involved with Oasis and these different organizations?
I think that Community Hope Center was always our origin target. That was original from my friend's son Dylan, that's asked to have contributions instead
We
of
love Dylan too.
gifts for his birthday. So the Community Hope Center's always been close to us. Oasis maybe came in a little bit later. Just kind of ran across somebody that said that they also have a need for household goods, travel size toiletries, etc. So we thought, well, we'll just put it out there and see what we can get for them. And the people that run that organization are just so gracious and thankful and humble. And we just kind of stuck with them and kept going. Over the years, we've also dedicated funds to local people struggling with cancer, 5As. Over the years, we've had...
It varies.
Yeah, it varies. But the two staples are always the Community Hope Center and the Oasis Shelter for Women. This year, that's all we committed to, so that'll be going directly to them. If anybody out there hears our story and it may touch you a little bit and you want to know how to get involved, we're always taking new members. Contact our page for more information. If you want to know how to get started on something on your own, I have a lot of information on how to make those things happen. I have a lot of information on different organizations that are accepting volunteers, looking for help. If you need the kids out there, I know the East Alton Wood River School District requires them to do hours of community service. If you need community service hours, reach out to Michelle Scott at the Cottage Hills VFW, and she would be happy to let you come help us do trash and cleanup and things like that. Stock her with ice, etc. And she'd be happy to sign off on your community hours.
Your National Honor Society
Oh,
list.
yeah.
Yep, National Honor Society.
But we don't play around. Don't come stand around.
No. Oh no.
No.
Mm-mm. They whipped me into shape for my NHS hours. For sure. So this is what, 12th year?
Is
that
it
what we
11th
said?
or 12th?
It's really hard to say because we have missed some years, but I would say the first year we did it and call it Foodstock was 2013. Yeah.
But again, it hasn't been consecutive. We've missed a few years here and there. But
Okay.
our year of doing it, I think it's 11.
Okay. Well, I will just trust you on that because I'm old and don't really remember. Most of the years that we took off were for very important reasons. We lost one of our co-founders, Andrea Davis, to cancer. The year that she passed away, we took that year off and utilized our time and resources to host a benefit for her and her family to help recover from the financial burdens of her long battle with cancer. We recently did something similar and took a year off for one of our current members who is still currently fighting the fight. Keep fighting, girl. And we just kind of ebb and flow as the universe tells us to, and sometimes we've just had to take a mental break because nobody was really in it. Your head's got to be in it. Don't do something halfway. And I hope that that's kind of what you girls have learned from being involved in this, that you really have to commit to something and run. And it's difficult to manage a large group of women. We have to respect everybody's input and opinion, and in the end, do what's best for the event and keep it whole. And I think that we've definitely stumbled with that over the years, but those of us that remain are extremely close and love each other dearly and are there for each other in every way that's possible. And we just wanted to find a way to give back and contribute to the community in a fun way, a family-oriented way, a helpful way, an informative way, very casual way. So we like live music and we like to help out. And that's what Foodstock's all about.
Amazing.
All right.
Amazing.
Beautiful.
Go ahead.
2013, you would have been what, 6 or 7?
No.
Yeah.
I can't do math.
I'm doing the 6 or 7.
Yeah,
so-
I wish we could see Dennis. Does he have a camera on him?
I do.
Okay,
Goodness.
Good.
Do you think that growing up around this kind of organization has helped build you into the person that you are? I would say you're
yeah.
a very giving person.
I recently, very, very recently realized that not everybody has this in their life.
Yeah.
It's been, strange. It's not it's not that it's made me like different in any way, I don't think, because I think that I would have been the same without it. Growing up with, like my mom said, like all of these people that we do it with, they're all my mom's best friends, so they're still around us, and those values are still there. But like the amount of service that I've been volunteered for already, which I'm thankful for, is just crazy, and it's just such a different experience, like seeing what I'm actually doing rather than just like going to, you know what I mean?
I think it's really awesome how like child oriented it is, because like I don't know, man, like I also grew up going to festivals and doing stuff like this, but not everyone does. So just bringing your children out and getting them to have that experience is
and
really important.
Mostly it was like originally very kid oriented to an extent, because everybody had kids. Like all of the kids are grown up now, so we're not like as heavily focused on it. So we sometimes forget about it, but it was really also just a place for the kids to have a good time and see what's up. Really.
And that's what the Cottage Hills VFW always has been. I know for sure.
Yeah, I mean, I'm a member. I'm a lifetime member.
Of the auxiliary.
Of the auxiliary.
The Prez.
Yeah, but I know Lydia for sure has been out to a bunch of festivals out there at the Cottage Hills VFW, because we've thrown several over the 10 years we've been doing this show and beyond that even. And, man, that list of sponsors, how cool is it to, like, have them already on board, taking some of that pressure off you guys so you can focus on the main goal, which is to get the products in, and then I guess, still back to the stacking competition, it's how much you can stack, right, to win.
How tall,
biggest,
how wide.
biggest stack.
Yeah.
It's not like I'm building a pyramid out of stuff, or...
Nope, we bring pallets to keep everything safe and tidy in case we get rain. They're under a tent. Everybody neatly places their food and
strategically.
Are we going for width or height?
The judging is definitely subjective over the years,
which has caused a drama here and
controversy,
there. I think
and
we
we
need to
love
scientifically calculate the volume, please.
We've tried.
And we've had to limit things like how many
water
cases of water.
Yeah.
We have had literally an organization we are very thankful for, but they literally brought a flatbed truck full of water one year. And it was a lot for 70-something-year-old Lester to move. So we had to limit
Lester.
the amount of cases of water that we accept. But other than that, the rules are loose, non-perishable, new.
I'm
helpful.
thinking we need a truck driver possibly to volunteer some time and maybe haul this
Lester
stuff
needs some assistance.
afterwards.
Well, like I said about learning as we go, now we have the Hope Center bring us the trucks, and after the event has been judged and we hand out the trophy, everyone pitches in and helps load those trucks. Usually front
All
row
hands
and
on
center
deck.
is the running champion of this, the Riverbend Jeeps Club. Usually they're front row and center and pushing everybody out of the way and climbing over each other to load the trucks. So they are a absolutely insane, incredible group of people, and we cannot thank them enough for their participation.
I was about to say, I feel like their favorite part is loading the truck.
They are really wild people, and they get jazzed for some manual labor. But as you said, back to our sponsors, it is very refreshing. Sponsors were very difficult to come by this year. Everybody's struggling. Even people that wouldn't normally struggle are struggling. So it's a lot to ask businesses to contribute this kind of money, and they really came through for us. We've had years in the past where we started so far in the red that it was terrifying, and my father would actually cut us a check to fund it, and then we would, with big eyes say, yeah, we're going to get you your money back. And it was very scary to not know if that was going to be true or not. And I remember every time that we had to do it, 3 hours into the event, happily handing my dad a big wad of cash and saying, there's your loan back, buddy. And then the rest of the event was in the black.
even like we said, our first real event was 2013, so we were asking then for a certain amount of money for our sponsorships, and this year we had to take a step back and say, well, it's not 2013 anymore, so we had to start asking for some more money, which was also very scary. But we are just very thankful to everybody that has helped us out for the event.
That is pretty cool. That is really cool. So, foam party, does that count as a shower?
I don't think so.
I think that's the exact opposite.
Okay.
Kind
I'm
of
gonna
like
go
the
with-
McDonald's play place.
I'm going to go with yes. We will
okay.
count that as a shower.
Wow.
I would say that's the exact opposite. But you know what?
It is like bubbles, though.
Yes, it's soap.
Have you seen a foam bus?
I think I'm misunderstanding what a foam party is.
You
gotta come.
I've got a foam pit in mind.
No, so it's a bubble bus, essentially.
Okay, then that absolutely is a shower.
It's wet foam, not chunk foam.
Okay.
So what are
I
we
was
doing?
thinking foam pit, and I was like, that is not even close to a shower. That's exactly where you
I like
get the
that she
filth.
didn't question you, though. She just went with it.
No.
What do you got, like foam super soakers or something?
Ooh, I don't know. I mean, I was one of the 4
How are we
senior
getting the
Assassin
foam?
winners.
How are we getting the foam on people?
Again, it's essentially a large bus that has just
It's a big machine.
big machine.
I like bubbles.
We had yeah. Stop
Yeah.
by, come for
Yeah.
the bubble bus.
And last time I was at Cottage Hills VFW, I was covered in bubbles for Leah Cole's grad party.
Yeah, I had my grad party there.
Yeah. You've got a lot of life stories there.
I think I've lived there for a few years out of my life.
Yeah.
Do you think if we've accumulated between me and you, Mom, how many times we've been to the VFW? How many total
I
days?
think you have squatter rights.
Do you think so?
Probably.
Wow.
At least close.
Okay, so a giant bus of foam. That's worth coming out to try to see anyways.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
No matter what.
And
Granite
don't forget
is.
about the 19-foot water slide.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
I can't
Yeah.
even count that high.
It's a water slide obstacle course.
Yeah, that's what I was
even.
gonna say. So what type of obstacles are we looking at?
They're all inflatables. So the
Climbing,
the water
jumping,
slide
sliding.
is one, and then the obstacle course is a separate thing where the children, zoom in and out of, various literally obstacles that are in their way. It's a race, if you will.
Oh, gosh. Are you going to
Absolutely not.
win? Jackson Butcher's going to win.
So it starts at 2:00 on Saturday,
Runs till 8.
and then it keeps going.
And then we have the after party
Yeah.
inside, and the lovely ladies of the Cottage Hills VFW will probably host us until the cows come home, and we look forward to seeing everyone there.
There's cows. I don't trust them.
I don't know. It's a cow farm. What's that video?
They're not allowed in the foam.
It's a cow farm. There's going to be cows on it. There's going to be cows on
cow farm.
Cow farm.
It's the way a cow looks at you. I just think, what do you think?
How many
Yeah.
times have you had a cow look at you, though?
Several.
And you were intimidated?
I've had stare
He's got
downs with cows.
three heifers looking at him right now.
Oh man. Now, does that not sound like her dad?
Yeah. What do we know?
No, he's not a
Thank
cow,
you,
he's a
Piglet
pig.
Pen.
Piglet. Oh my gosh.
That was straight out of your dad's book. Very good.
Piglet. I know he's texting me horrible things that I can't say on the air.
I'm sure he is, but you would say him anyway. So
Well, he's trying to get me to say
Maybe not
them.
on the air, but she would say them.
I'm saying them in my head.
I think you're at a higher level than him at this point.
Intellectually, I think I always have been.
Right.
And
From the
soon-
womb.
I would say soon height-wise as well.
Whoa.
But I'm not, I can't confirm that. I think I've not got another growth spurt in me, though, at least.
We're about an inch apart, and I think I've beat him in height.
Yeah. I think I've just beat him.
So you mentioned a page. You were talking about a Facebook page, I assume.
Facebook
Yes.
page, yes.
And what are we looking for when we search for it?
Foodstock NFP.
NFP.
Non for profit.
I was
Non-for-profit?
thinking no effing problem,
Oh.
but I'm glad you pointed that out.
Nine for profit.
Nine.
So Facebook, look for Foodstock NFP.
I thought it was
please.
NFT, like you guys were selling
Non-for-
NFTs.
Non-for-profit.
We also,
Non-for-profit.
same tag for Instagram as well. Foodstock NFP.
Oh, I didn't know there was an Instagram.
Yep.
Well, I repost a lot of their Facebook posts. You guys
Good,
follow me
good.
on Facebook.
Facebook is our main demographic.
I love Facebook.
I do too.
I am not following you on Facebook, am I?
No, you're not. It's okay.
Whoa,
It's
whoa.
okay.
I'm in trouble now.
Yeah, it's okay. I mean, it's fine. I don't even care. It's fine.
Oh, man. Okay, so let's get back to the music, my favorite part.
Mm-hmm.
We got Tyler James. We got Matt Meyer, who's in a band called Poor Dirty Astronauts.
Who were on the show a couple weeks ago?
Yeah.
3?
One of our favorite
Wow.
names. Poor Dirty Astronauts. I'm sure you're
I'm like that without the astronaut part.
right.
Yeah.
And they got a brand new album out, so that's cool. Blackwater Acoustic, are they still playing?
They had something come up and
Okay.
are unable to, so we pulled them off the lineup, and H has replaced them with special guest. And with H, trust me, it's going to be special.
Oh, so that's
me.
going to be a surprise.
Yes.
Ah, nice.
I hope it's Lydia.
Me playing the washboard.
Sandwich Brothers Band?
We with the
Oh, they're not
spoons.
being revived.
Yeah, Mom will be on the spoons. Don't worry about
Oh,
it.
okay, good. I'll have the triangle maybe.
Jackson will have a bucket.
Now,
Got my glockenspiel.
now Sarah Shewmake's in the vibe. So she's playing twice.
Double whammy.
And I
Double
think
homicide.
that she might be, gosh, I really wish we had H here. I think that she might be playing with the folks from Eberhart and Light.
Yeah, that's the vibe.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So
Oh.
maybe she's
And I'm glad
doing
you
a
brought them
solo
up.
We are
gig
not
as well.
updated. That's by mistake.
I'm glad you brought
I
them
didn't-
up because I was going to. A lot of people know them by Everheart and Light, but they've gotten together with Sarah and they've created this band called The Vibe.
Very cool.
Wow, that's exciting.
Yeah, so chance to check out something kind of new. Of course, they host an open mic every Wednesday night at the Full Moon Lounge in Godfrey, so some people have checked them out. We had Cabin Fever on recently talking about Foodstock, and so always like the Rage family and the McPeak family
That's right.
combined. So excited to see them. And I'm not sure who Sheri McGuire is, but Late for Work obviously knows her.
Yep. Our friend H is the one that organized all of our musical acts for us. And him and Sherry, I believe, have played together for some years. And this year they are late for work with Sherry. So we're pretty excited about that. H is an incredible man. Many of them just know of the one hat that he wears as a incredible local musician with an outstanding personality that no one can refuse. But few also know that he is a dang commercial airplane pilot.
Oh, wow.
So
Cool.
H originates and lives currently in Colorado, and he is flying all the way in for us for Foodstock. And also for all of his incredible friends that have volunteered to play this. He's very excited. He is a musician's musician. It is definitely about the music and the vibe for him, and the people that he brings are just as incredible as he is, and we are very grateful to all of you for participating and volunteering your time for this incredible cause.
He's flying in. Is he flying the plane himself?
I don't think so, but that would be cool.
That would be all if he landed at the VFW.
Amelia Earhart.
In a flying bus full of foam.
I hope he
Yes,
doesn't get
that
eaten
would
by
be awesome.
crabs.
Someone call H and tell him.
Amelia Earhart.
So there was a sponsor, and I'm drawing a blank on which one it was, from the airport, I remember.
West Star Aviation.
West Star, right?
Yes, West Star Aviation, incredible local company. They have readily and easily sponsored us for many, many years now.
So many.
We could probably go back and look at the backs of the T-shirts to verify, but I think every dang time we've ever asked them. So we appreciate them for their longevity in this situation.
Okay. Well, at this point, I need to thank our sponsors, Halpin Music Company, Mr. Matt Van Voorhis of Macias Insurance.
Beautiful man.
Yeah, he is very sexy.
Yeah. He always lets me pee in his house on Halloween.
You don't even like bathrooms.
No, but
Wow.
I've
Yeah, I'm
used
proud
his
of you.
before.
And she
Not a
did
long
the other
time.
day use the bathroom here for the first time.
I did, and it was
Oh.
so scary. It was so scary, but I did it. I was really brave.
Hopefully the new bathroom.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it took me
Yeah.
a minute to find it.
Don't even go in the old one.
I didn't
Where
know
is the old one?
Yeah, I was gonna say I
I
wouldn't
never
know where
knew.
it is.
Right through that door, and it's haunted.
I don't go
Oh,
down
buddy.
that way. I get too scared.
Right. So anyways, I was going to also mention our third sponsor,
Yes.
the Mill.Events in Granite City. Great venue for live performances, and they're having the biker hypnotist comedian this weekend. And they like for me to go through this list of what's going on around the Riverbend. So if you guys will be a little bit patient, this is
No, I won't be.
You won't be.
No, I'm just kidding.
Oh,
I know
you will
I will be.
I knew you're kidding. Anyways, I'm going to go through some of these. We got the Dolly Stampede happening down at Bubby and Sissy's on Friday night. We got Love Buzz down at the Flock in Alton from 6 to 9. Anthony and Annie 1:30. At Fast Eddie's, the Silver Crows getting back together at the VFW in Alton from 7 to 11. That's members of Left Hand Cowboy. We've got the Warehouse Project 7 to 10 at Baker's and Hale and Godfrey. Psychedelic Symphony going to try out Doc Holidays from 3 to 7 in Cottage Hills. Ryan Holting 7 to 10 at Locke's Brick House on Friday. Jay Hollinger at George's Pub and Grill from 6 to 9 on Friday, and the Backwoods Trio up at Grafton Pub from 7 to 11 on Friday. We got the Waffle House Fight Club, 7 to 9 at the Bloody Bucket Saloon. You know what the Waffle House Fight Club does?
No,
I
tell
assume
me,
they fight at
please.
the Waffle House.
They'll play any request, whether they've heard it or not.
Wow.
Wow, that piqued my
I
interest.
was sold on the name.
Yeah, definitely.
It was a
That's
great
based
name.
off true events.
Yeah, and it's
Yeah.
based on they may not know how to play a certain song that you bring up, but they'll figure out a way to do it. You guys are snuggling. What's going on?
We lost a member.
Oh, I see that.
Yeah.
We didn't lose her. She just took a break.
In our hearts.
She worked so hard.
I know.
Did you see how much stuff she covered?
It's true.
Proud of her.
I am
She was
very
so
proud.
nervous, too.
She, if when we look back on the footage, she was making heart signs.
Aw.
She was saying thank you, thank
Yeah.
you.
She
But
loves
she
you.
had to sneak out.
Yeah.
Well, you know, Leah, I can see where you got your journalist skills from now.
Thought you were gonna say her
Well,
beauty.
brother. Yeah, my beauty.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That too.
Or booty.
They say
Your
that.
beauty, yes.
Yeah.
Continuing on, Money Shot, 6 o'clock at Wiggler's on Friday night. We got Jared Lutz and Derek Twiston, 8 to 11 at Sam's Last Chance in Edwardsville. The Young Dubliners are at the Wild E at 8 o'clock, and Harvest Drive, 9 o'clock at Backstage, Bar and Patio in Edwardsville. Rewind, 6 to 9 at Big Daddy's in Edwardsville. And Arts in the Park concert series continues with dueling pianos. It's Mike Sonderegger versus Cameron Brown. They put their pianos out there and fight it till death.
Oh my gosh.
That's right. 8 to 10, whoever can play the best.
Wow. And
Yes.
what happens at the end? One of them, whoever does
Obviously,
worse is executed.
They don't
That's
make
right.
it.
Pretty much.
They don't make it.
It's, yeah.
Piano gets dropped on them.
You know those cartoons where like they hit someone in the face and their teeth turn into piano keys?
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, something
That
like
happens.
that. Something
Okay.
like that. Kevin Gruen playing at the Chop House from 7 to 10 at the Pete Krishock Project at the Moose, 7 to 10 in Edwardsville, and Borderline at Fox Creek Golf Club in Edwardsville, and Just Jethro out at the Cabinet at Judy Creek and Glen Carby. You know, I could keep going just on Friday night. We've got Whiskey River at Deutz, and yeah, check out the list at cottonmouth.org. I do need to mention that the Under the Stars is happening this weekend, the Astro Valley in French Village, Missouri. And on Friday night, they got the Hideous Gentleman, A Brighter Side, Fleetwood Family, that one guy, and Tree 1-4, along with Spilly Nelson doing the Bonfire Jam on Friday night. We got the Farmers Market on Saturday. And this week at the Farmer Market, we have the Keep Alton Weird Sideshow with Freak Show Deluxe.
Yeah, buddy.
8 a.m. They're getting weird.
8 a.m.
8
Keep
a.m.
Alton weird.
That's right.
Oh, yeah.
Go.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
Jenkins
so
will be there.
that's exciting. Let's see what else is happening on Saturday. At Babes of Bells, hosted by Chastity Valentino with Bubby and Sissies. Graham Pagano, 7 to 10 at Bossa Nova in Alton. We got Troy Taylor back doing his Dinner and Spirits. And this week's topic, Bonnie and Clyde. You get a buffet dinner, and you get to hear Troy tell stories about Bonnie and Clyde. And that's at the American Oddities Museum on Piasaw in Alton. Naked Soul and Jake Houlihan Band at Fast Eddie's. Flip the Frog at Baker's and Hale in Godfrey on Saturday. And guess what? We got Foodstock.
Foodstock, 2 to 8.
What's Foodstock?
Yeah.
So yeah, it's Foodstock is this event, you know.
Lots of food being gathered
Lots
for
of
the
food.
folks.
I like to stock up on food.
Lots of food.
I
Don't
like
forget to
stock,
come.
I like to stock up on toilet paper.
Good, yeah. Stock up on toilet paper and bring it to Foodstock.
I made so
Oh,
much
yeah.
money during the you-know-what shutdown.
We don't talk about it, do
Yeah,
we?
we don't. We don't
Oh,
bring it
okay.
up in
Hantavirus?
something.
The explosive diarrhea parasite. It's going
Could-
around right now.
It could
Now
be
that's
that.
who needs. This is when we should be freaking out about toilet paper
Yes.
with this parasite going
Seriously.
around.
Which
Not
is why
during.
we should gather some.
Gather,
Yeah.
bring it to Foodstock. We'll throw it in a stack for you. Saturday, 2 to 8, live music, water slides, obstacle horses, very yummy food. Did I say live music?
Dunk tank.
Dunk
Dunk
tank.
tank.
We got Lydia in the dunk tank
A
now,
giant
whether she likes it or
sea
not.
creature. It will be beautiful.
We are gonna do our best to put Lydia in the dunk tank, whether she likes it or not. She's going to be in there. Foam party, the obstacle courses and water slides are 2 to 7. Foam party 3 to 4. Cakewalk between sets. We've got approximately 30-minute sets between all of our lengthy list of beautiful artists that are performing for us. But Cakewalk will be in between every single set, so that's exciting.
And we're helping out the Community Hope Center and Oasis Shelter for Women.
Absolutely. All proceeds, every single bit of it.
Mm-hmm.
Food sales, everything, huh?
All of it.
Wow.
None of it goes to Emily Lou. I wish. She could buy me more things.
She's got the big heart, so.
Yes, she does. She's
and
better than me.
You guys love doing this event. You keep doing it over and over, so, like, obviously close to you guys' hearts. And nothing like throwing a party and raising funds, which is something we talk about almost every week here on this show. Why live music is important.
Absolutely.
To our area, and why we should support live music is because when it comes time to raise money,
brings us together.
All these bands get together for free.
For free, which is we are so grateful.
I would never do that.
That is true.
That's why we're putting her in the dunk tank.
Between the dunk tank and the foam party, I will be showered, which is a monumental event because it's never happened before.
See now,
so you got to come see that.
Your dad goes with fake news. You go with direct honesty.
Yeah, I've never lied in my life ever.
Scrappy does like fake news.
He does.
He spreads a lot of misinformation. It's really bad.
Now we got verification from a family member.
Yeah. Well, I don't think anyone was ever, kind of not believing that.
100%. You know what else is happening on Saturday? The Bethalto Silver Eagle Senior Dance Party with Left Hand Cowboy from 6 to 9 at the Legion in Bethalto. We have the Portholes at the Pump House at 8 o'clock. That's probably some yacht rock right there. Psychedelic Symphony at the Legion in South Roxana from 7 to 11. Joey Miner up at George's Pub and Grill, 6 to 9. Whiskey Creek at the Legion in Kane, and Leadfoot out at Stanley's in Delhi, 7 to 11. Pirates in Paradise at the Loading Dock from 4 to 7. Lone Lester, 7 to 10 at the Bloody Bucket Saloon in Godfrey. We've got the Doppelgangers, 1:30, and Outlaw Opry, 7 o'clock at Grafton Pub. How about Dr. Scott and the Damn It Janets?
Damn it, Janet.
That's right. They're doing the hog
offended.
pit. You're offended by that.
Yeah. Not by the damn it part, by the Janet thing.
The Janets, right. Hog pit, 2 to 6. Patrick Clark, 2 to 6 at, that's one of your dad's buddies from television. It's like a television guy. Yeah.
Television from the Idiot Box.
DJ Mikey.
Or that could be fake news. Who knows?
Yeah, he lies about a lot.
Terrence Bar at Aries and Grafton. We got the Southern Gypsy, 3 to 7. Not to be confused with the Northern Gypsy. At the Long Shot Tiki Bar in Portage Desu. Blackwater Acoustic. This is the band we mentioned earlier. They got this gig. That's why they couldn't make it at the Holiday Shores Marina Bar on Saturday. And a whole lot more. I mean, this list just keeps going and going and going, including Gary Michaels, biker, comedian, hypnotist. And
Gary Michaels is my stage name.
I'm wondering if maybe Grandpa's going to get hypnotized.
My grandpa?
Yeah, he's a biker.
Yeah, you know what? He might get hypnotized.
Go play poker. Well, all right then, if you insist.
Go to the slot machine.
Go drive around your scooter and go to the slot machines.
Grandpa loves the
all right,
scooter.
if you insist, I will.
Grandpa loves the scooter, and we love Grandpa.
Oh, Fert. Yes,
and I think your mom mentioned Dreamweaver. That's a bike club as well.
Yeah. We a lot of our bike community support has dwindled away over the years. Things have changed. Again, like I said, all of the kids have grown up. Even I think I'm pushing. We've got a few more after me, but I'm going to college this year, so the kids are grown up.
You're unk.
The kids are grown up.
Does that count for being grown up? Because I've never grown up.
Growing up.
Well, she's pushing 30.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure your dad's never grown up.
He won't ever grow up if I have anything to do about it.
Well, make sure I don't either.
We are stunting his growth.
I've been putting soy milk in his food. No more testosterone for him.
Hopefully he doesn't hear this and find out.
It's fake news. He'll love it.
Yeah.
There you go. Fake news. That's a way to do it.
That's true.
How about the Big Finger Art and Music Festival?
That's what they used to call me.
That Big Finger?
Like Spy Kids.
You would not believe the list of bands. Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 stages.
I can't even count that high.
It's like maybe 5 or 6, 7 bands on every stage down in Belleville. So we got that happening Saturday as well. But you can check this whole list out at cottonmouth.org. So I'm wondering, did we like scare your mom off? Or
No, she
me lose?
Yeah, she's got some stuff going on at home. She probably had a few phone calls to take.
Well,
Busy woman.
I'm
Busy,
gonna
very
say,
busy.
with the way she went through that stuff in Foodstock, and
Oh yeah, she's.
maybe she's having a Scentsy sale.
That
Somebody,
would
might
be
be.
so crazy if I went home and there was a Scentsy party.
She's got her pyramid schemes back and running.
Oh my gosh.
Man, I don't even know what I would do.
a lot of Scentsy in her life in the early days, huh, Leah?
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, I can confirm.
No, I wouldn't sniff her if I was you, Leah.
No.
Probably not a good idea. So we're gonna get Lydia covered in foam and then dunk her on
Absolutely.
Saturday.
So come to show up on Saturday so you can dunk Lydia in the dunk tank.
I will be so.
And
moist.
others. We'll have others.
No one cares about them.
Only Lydia.
You guys
We
are
might-
whispering on the radio.
Oh well,
There's
we're having
microphones in
we're having a
front of
private
you.
conversation.
Lydia's whispering.
We're having a private
I
conversation.
don't know what a whisper is.
You know, all this
I
for
don't think I do
$5.
either.
Yeah.
I mean, that's you can't get anything.
$5
for
that is really a donation.
And like I said,
True.
we started in 2013, so at the time that was, everything else was $5. Now you're seeing $20, but we gotta stick with our $5. We feel
You and Arizona Iced Tea are the only people that
Yes.
have not been impacted by inflation.
And I will say
ever.
it was a topic of conversation at our meetings this year, raising that price, but we voted no. It was a no. $5.
That's cool because seriously, like just covering all these events, everything's about $10 now.
Yeah, absolutely.
least.
Yeah.
So
Yep.
you guys are a bargain for
For
a good
such
cost.
a great time.
yeah,
and
I spent
so
more on
many-
McDonald's today than
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely.
You would know about McDonald's,
Yes, we were there earlier,
yeah,
as per usual.
as per usual.
I don't go anywhere else.
A Spotify subscription is
Were you
more.
working though?
I was working on eating them nuggets.
Okay.
Oh yeah.
Well, I tried the competitors' nuggets over the last weekend, and I'm thinking, I might go back for more of those.
What competitor?
Which competitor?
KFC.
Oh, I can't comment on. I don't know anything about that.
That's the competitor.
Probably a lot shorter lines over there. You'll get that food a lot
Oh
quicker.
man.
Only you, Dennis.
See, McDonald's should give you a raise for that plug.
Yeah, they should. They should just give me a raise period, always.
Right.
Her last day is next week for
Yeah,
school.
I've got
you-
like 2 shifts left.
Oh wow. So you're leaving us, and you're leaving McDonald's,
I'm going to be unemployed.
and you're going into a dorm,
Yes, I am.
but you're still making our videos.
Yes.
Now this one's going to be a challenge because the event's Saturday,
We're going to make it happen.
Saturday, 2 to 8.
so you're going to have to
Cottage
get
Hills
this
VFW, 121 South William Street, Cottage Hills, Illinois.
right.
Be there. $5 at the gate.
And will there be live music?
Live music, great food, water slides and obstacle courses, dunk tank,
Yeah.
cakewalk, all
yeah.
of the above. We'll have
She's hitting
limited
these buzzwords.
amounts of T-shirts for sale. Our T-shirts are beautiful, by the way.
They are.
They're beautiful.
They are.
You'll see me and Lydia and others wearing them all
I
around
thought you were
the
going to say
event.
we were going to be on the t-shirts, and I got really excited.
Wow. Not
we'll
yet.
We'll do that next year.
Yeah.
Yeah.
When Mom finally taps out, we'll have to take over and put our faces on the shirts.
So in like 2094,
If we,
Yeah.
right. Mom will never give it up.
I was going to say.
We love this event.
I can tell. I mean, 12 times you've loved it. This is number 12.
12 times.
Yes.
And so, yeah, and appreciate you guys for, getting some food for the folks.
Well, yeah.
Getting
We
some
love it.
TP
We
and
love
some.
to eat.
We love to eat. Yes, everyone loves to eat. And some people are unfortunate and can't afford food. So
It's
thanks
true.
to you guys having this awesome party every year. Some people,
And that really is all it is. We just have, it's a party. It's just a great party.
Crazy party, a rave.
And listen, if you are an OG with the 2013 Keep Calm and Foodstock shirt, you've got my heart.
free entry for them.
That would be funny.
They'll probably donate anyways if they go back.
Yeah.
That
They'll probably
far.
take if they got that shirt, they'll probably take the shirt off their back and give it to somebody.
There you go.
That's our family
Yeah,
there.
and
That's the kind of people we got around.
It's okay to take your shirt off while you're there, right?
No,
Oh.
no.
Oh, okay.
We
What?
have had
The-
some problems like that in the past, I
The
believe.
the tarps off guys
Oh, at
can't
the-
show up.
That would be great. If the tarps off whole tarps off group, we would reserve a spot in the lawn for you. But again, BYOLC, bring your own lawn chair.
Right.
Because there is only 10 picnic tables. But they're beautiful picnic
They are.
tables.
And that's way more than there used to be.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
10 more than
I used to have to sit on the swing sets. There was nowhere else to go.
Absolutely.
Right.
So
Right.
that little thing, that like metal slide that's just a hunk of metal.
And it looks
Me and
like
Orrin Asher.
the weather's going to be perfect for dunking.
Yep.
Bring some soup.
Lydia,
Yeah. I'm gonna-
dunked.
Oh gosh.
You're going to be like Michael Jordan. Dunked.
Yeah, and I do dunk. I've been recently watching a lot of the NBA, which is like the WNBA but for men. Is something I've been
I
into
don't know if
lately.
you've heard of this before.
I'm not sure if you've heard of this, but it's
I
very
haven't.
it's like the
Haven't.
WNBA but for men, and it's just not as interesting, I gotta say. But they do dunk, and I've been inspired to learn.
Okay.
So yeah,
Okay.
I dunk on everyone.
And you will be dunked on Saturday.
Yeah.
So there you go, guys. Appreciate you coming in,
Thank you very much for having us.
of course. And I hear, Lydia, that you're going to be back next week.
I am with some real special, interesting guests that are going to be incredible. You know, some of my favorite people in the world.
We're going to get back to talking about Rock the Hops.
Yes, we will
Absolutely.
be.
And-
And my favorite group,
Joe
Joe
Hicks.
Hicks group.
the Joe Hicks.
Dear
group.
friend of ours from high school.
Dear friend, I've known this guy. We go way back. We were briefly married. It was
Wow.
real interesting.
I missed all that.
Yeah, it was, you know, a different lifetime, if you will.
Okay.
But
Maybe a different dimension.
We are hoping
Possibly.
he also will bring his patronage to Foodstock on the Saturday.
July
July 25th, 2 to 8.
I don't think he's that selfless.
I
See-
think he'll be there.
Special guest. There is a special guest.
Yes, special guest. That's that. Oh, it could
Special
be
guest.
the Joe Hicks group.
Oh my
would we
gosh.
do?
That would be really
it
good.
could be
Do
the
you guys-
James Hicks group.
Are you like Joe Hicks groupies, you two?
The whatever the opposite.
I would say quite the opposite. I would say quite the opposite, but
We're here for any of the James Hicks group, the Caroline Hicks group, David Hicks group, any of the other Hicks groups.
Any group with group in it.
Yeah, I do love a good group.
The Gropers group.
what
Well,
about the Damn It Janets?
no, don't
No.
bring them into this.
No, do
don't
not.
you bring them into this.
Just the
We'll
Janets.
be there to support
The Damnets
Janet.
are fine.
Yeah, the Damnets are fine. We don't know who Janet is, but I wanted to love her so bad.
I know who Janet is.
we
Janet of
We
Cedar.
go way back.
We
with
go
Janet.
way back. Not quite as far back as me and Joe Hicks.
Okay. Okay.
Actually, might be similar eras.
So once again, this Saturday, Cottage Hills VFW. Be there. 2 and
8.
beyond.
2 to 8 and an after party.
2 to 8, and
Right.
you can get cray cray after. They're gonna have like visuals behind the DJ of Shrek, like at a rave.
Nice.
Yeah, it's gonna be crazy.
And only $5, and that includes the after party.
Yeah, yeah.
And all that money goes to.
The Community Hope Center and
And?
the Oasis Shelter for Women.
Thank you for
Now, I will include, that's a $5 entry, but if you would like to donate more,
Right.
we are always accepting donations because, again, all of that money goes to those two groups,
including food
including food,
and
shirts,
household items.
household, yeah, all the everything that we collect
Toilet
from the stack
paper.
off and whatnot goes to,
And I've invited Mr. Beast to donate a house,
that would be
but I
amazing.
don't think it's gonna happen.
Wow, that'd be awesome.
That would be
And
amazing.
$5 is just a couple cents more than a large Baja Blast Zero from Taco Bell.
Whoa.
So,
Are you serious?
Man.
yeah, I know it's gotten out of hand.
Wow.
It has
Maybe
gotten
we
out of
need to
hand.
regroup.
No, it's
We do.
ridiculous.
And see, this is why we need a food pantry, because all of us may need to use that soon, the way things are going.
Right, if I don't stop
Really,
buying
I
these
mean-
Baja Blasts.
I mean, like my mom said, you don't know who's struggling these days, so just bring what you can, and you might be supporting people that you don't even realize you're supporting.
Right. I appreciate you guys. And I appreciate Foodstock
That's
for
amazing.
12 times
We
now.
appreciate you, Dennis.
Well, thank you. I'm
And-
glad someone's
and the talent.
appreciating me. You know where I got
Riverbend talent.
you know where I
Doug
got
Jenkins.
the phrase appreciate you from?
Where?
Lydia.
Do I say that?
You did.
Oh, I did.
Now I want to say it because it's a cool thing to say.
Well, I do appreciate you.
I appreciate you, Lydia.
And I appreciate you.
And you'll be putting the video together so everybody can find out about this on YouTube and show up.
Yes.
And you have enough room for everyone.
Yep.
Okay. There you go. Foodstock 2026. Cottage Hills VFW this Saturday starting at 2 o'clock. And we want to thank our sponsors, Halpin Music Company, and Mr. Matt Van Voorhis of Macias Insurance, and the Mill.Events. And do you know what the closing thing to say is?
And, oh, wait, hold on. It's, whatever you do, get out and support local music and art.